Hello and welcome to my 14th Java beginner programming tutorial. This is SciGuy1121. Let's go ahead and get started. And I'm sorry again that I haven't done as many Java tutorials as I had hoped. I've been very busy and I've only been able to do tutorials when there's not too much background noise. But I actually realized that my headphones have a microphone built into them, so now I'll be able to do a lot more Java tutorials. And I won't be quite as bored as I normally am when I'm not able to do tutorials or program or anything like that. Okay, but onto the coding. So in the last episode, I talked to you guys about the random class and its methods. So I'm not going to do that right now. So yes. Let's go ahead, delete everything in your main method. Oops. And we don't need this import either. Close that up. Okay, sometimes my headphones will fall out of my ear, so just bear with me. And also, if my recording is too quiet, let me know, because I can't really know that unless you guys tell me. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and delete everything also in class 2, and as a matter of fact, I'm just going to go ahead and delete class 2. You do that with a right click, and then delete, and then OK, and then continue, if it says that. Okay, so in this episode, what I want to talk to you guys about is a GUI, and that stands for a Graphical User Interface. And you all may have been waiting for this for a long time. I know I might not have talked about everything you need to know for the basic language, but GUIs are important, exciting, and pretty useful for what I'm going to talk about in later episodes. So I figured we might as well make one now. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is create a new class. And I'm going to name this GUI. And default package, yeah, that's fine. Don't pay attention to that warning. I will talk about packages in a later episode. Yeah. Okay, so this we have here public class GUI. You should hopefully know what that means. If not, watch earlier tutorials of mine. And what we actually want to do is type in extends JFrame. I can't remember if I've talked to you guys about inheritance or not. If I have, I won't make another tutorial on that like I accidentally did with if statements. If I haven't, then let me know in the comments, because it just fell out of my ear again. Because, yeah, same reason. Okay, and you'll notice that it gives us an error here, because it says JFrame cannot be resolved to a type. And that's because JFrame is one of those classes that we have to import. So just normally we could type in import javax dot, and I have not used this in such a long time that I forgot what I need to import. But it makes it really easy. Eclipse does. We can just hover over this and click import JFrame. And it does the import statement for us and everything. So great. Okay, and you'll notice it gives us an error. The serializable class GUI does not declare a final static, but whatever it is. So I'm just going to click add default serial whatever. And I do not know what this means. Do not ask me. I cannot tell you the answer. So yeah. Okay, and we're actually going to start with making our interface. So the first thing you need to do is create what's called a constructor, and I know for a fact that I have not talked to you guys about constructors yet. So a constructor is pretty much when you have a it's like, so you know when we create a new string, like string s equals new, string, you may have noticed that this right here, this new string, it looks like a method, doesn't it? And so what this is it's actually a constructor. And a constructor is a method that is called whenever you create an object of the class. So the way you create a constructor is you just go public, and then the name of your class, in this case GUI, and then parentheses, and whatever these squiggly things are called. I'm sure I should know that. But, and in these you can put parameters. So you could say int I, and then whenever we create a GUI object, it uses int I. Right now, I'm not going to use any parameters in this constructor. I will eventually when I talk about more advanced concepts and programs and all that. But for the moment, you don't need to worry about parameters in constructors. All you need to know is that this is a method that's called when you create an object. So in this class, in this constructor, we need to type super and then the name of your window. I'm going to call this GUI. And what this stupid earphone. Okay. And what this does is when you say super, what you're doing is you're telling it to access a method that is declared in the class which you're inheriting from. And if I haven't talked to you guys about inheritance yet, this might be really confusing, in which case I will probably put an annotation about right here with a link to my inheritance video. If I have done an inheritance video, then there will be no link right here where my mouse is, and you will know what this means. What this is doing is it's pretty much telling the class JFrame, which is a built-in class, to title your window GUI. You could put anything here. You could put ASD, FG, JKL, whatever, QWERTY, whatever. I'm just going to do GUI because that's an easy name of our class and we're not really making much of a program at the moment. So then what we want to do is we want to actually, that's really all we need to do for the GUI right now. Now, going back to test 1, in your main method, you want to type in, I'm going to close this up a bit. Okay, GUI, we'll name this GUI, equals new GUI. And you'll notice that we don't have any parameters because we don't have any parameters in our constructor. And so now we can call things like GUI dot, let's see, we need to do set default close operation JFrame dot exit on close. Now what this does is if you don't have this, it can really mess up your program. You need to have this. What it's doing is it's pretty much telling your program that when you do something like close the program, that it needs to terminate itself. Otherwise, it will not terminate itself when you close the window, and you'll have to do, like on a Mac, Command Q, or on a window, I think it's like Alt F4 or something. But you need this line. Okay, so next we'll do GUI.set. Stupid earphone. I need to fix that. Set size. Let's do 100, 100. This should be pretty obvious to you. If you're watching this tutorial, you're not an idiot. So, yeah. That method should be pretty self-explanatory. Okay, now we want to do GUI.set visible true. Again, very self-explanatory. And I believe that's all we need to do right now. Let's go ahead and run the program. And you'll see it created a little window that says GUI at the top with my little resizing thing, close, minimize. Yeah. Stupid earphone. And make really big. But yeah, so you can quit it and everything. And that will be the end of this tutorial. Again, sorry if I haven't talked about inheritance yet. That's a pretty important idea. There will be an annotation that was at the beginning of the video. And I'll see you guys next time.